This is Tomb Raider Legacy of
Yeah, I
Atlantis.
saw with Jay yesterday. Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on this version of
Uh,
Lara Croft?
It's fine. Honestly, I think that this is actually an amazing step forward. Ah.
So, I like how they accent the ass there. That's one of their. They're trying to show, hey, we're not woke anymore. Look, we showed her ass, so we're cool, right? And I'll tell you straight up, my opinion on this is she's got a very cute face, a very girl next door kind of face. I'm like, I'm down with that. I don't have any issues at all with the face. I really don't. I
I don't
really
think
don't.
anyone does. Honestly, I think that's actually the consensus. Honestly, I think and not to push back on you here, Smash JT too much, but I think the breast situation is becoming a meme more than becoming a concern.
Okay, that's fair. But here's the issue I have is they showcase the ass right at the beginning, but they cut to her
Yes.
without showing the assets. They cut away from them, so you can barely see anything right there. And it's like they're forgetting the main draw of Lara Croft is her assets. That is what she is known for. And by not highlighting that immediately, it tells me that they're trying to curb what you think about with this game away from her assets to the gameplay. And the gameplay will carry the game. And I guess it's a matter of perspective where I'm saying I hope the gameplay is there, but my expectation is I want to make sure we have Lara Croft. And if they reduce the breast size ever so slightly with every iteration, it's the boiling the frog where it's like you don't
Yeah.
really notice it because like 20 years later, it's like, yeah, she's just flat chested now. Every iteration is just a little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less.
Because
And that's what it
like
feels
no,
like
I
they're doing
understand
here.
exactly what you're saying because it's like okay, we're boring the frog, and then we're also giving it to another frog that's also in a larger boiling pot, and you just don't trust it. Here's kind of where I'm at. Where I'm at is one. Kata made a really good point of that. We're seeing the acrobatics for one. Two, on she's hot, and I know the breasticles are kind of a thing right now, but she is at least hot
No, but
at the very end of the day.
that's fair, but that's not Laura. That's the problem. Like I agree, she's not ugly. She's got a very hot body. Yes, I agree with you. I'm literally not disagreeing. I'm just saying that's not Laura Croft. That's a yes, she has some chest there.
Then if this wasn't Laura Croft outside of the pixelated boobs,
Mhm.
what is Laura Croft in your mind? That
Enhanced.
then what does that mean?
Like larger than this. Not
Oh,
I'm not talking like ridiculous. Like this is the problem that we run into with this. Is
yeah,
people are like,
like
oh,
yeah,
you
you're absolutely
just
right. Like
want ZZ
this is
level
like the
bra
conversation.
that's so big that they're just flopping around and they're just massive and it's ridiculous. I'm not asking for that. I'm
Smash
just saying,
JT, no, like Smash JT isn't asking for like boobs down to her belly button. Is that
right.
right?
I'm just saying, can we get a little bit more than that? That's all I'm saying. This is Laura
Oh,
Croft.
okay. Okay, hold on. Let me maximize here on the screen share. I mean, yeah, could there be a little bit more like the Angelina Jolie style? Is that
Yeah,
yeah,
who
yeah,
represented well.
see, yeah, honestly, yeah, I that'd be more than fair. Like what? That's another cup or so, right?
I'd say yeah, another cup size would be fair.
What? She's like C cup right now, and like just not even a D cup, even less than that, and then it'd be like kind of good, for you. But here's the thing that what I'm seeing right now, and it's not you, right?
Okay.
Or but I think that you've seen this online is that you see this motion, and I hate saying motion. You see people that are essentially aligned with us that have went, oh hey, she is not hot, she doesn't have big boobs, and then we have this right now. We're like, hey, it looks pretty decent, it is completely acceptable, that's pretty
But no,
good.
that's why I stop is it's completely acceptable is exactly what they want you to say.
Who's they?
The developer, the Wokies making the game, they want to hear this is acceptable. And I'm like, no, it's not. And I don't think my demands are ridiculous either. I think her face is cute. I think they did a good job with that. But as a consumer that is someone that love the OG style of Lara Croft, I see what they're doing here, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm just no, thanks. That's not Laura. This, by the way, here,
Okay.
here, ready?
Yeah,
Ready? Wait, 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 wait.
I'm looking. I'm
Ready?
looking. I'm sorry. I'm actually part of the itty bitty tea committee. Like my hands are smaller than Kata's, so I'm the
That's a
wrong
completely
person.
different argument.
I know, but
I'm talking about what Lara Croft is.
no,
This is
but
Lara Croft.
but the thing is, you've seen my argument of when I go, hey, I understand what the fan base is. Just because I disagree with it doesn't mean I don't appreciate what they're asking for, right? So I think that they've, in my mind, I think that they have done a fairly decent job.
That's what they want you to say. They want you to accept this.
Dude, it's fine, man.
That's what they want you to say.
Dude,
You're
I was
falling
just
right
on
into it.
I was just on a fucking panel with two black dudes, and they're like, why is anyone complaining? Like
I'm not saying she's ugly. Again, I want to be clear. I'm just saying that they purposefully shrunk her breasts. Purposefully.
Honestly, dude,
I think I feel like we're talking past each other. Where you're saying something I don't disagree with what you're saying.
No,
I'm just saying this isn't Laura.
No, the thing is, I think that you are thinking in the sense that, like, what it was before has a potential of being after. I do understand that. But when I see this trailer, I see that it just is the way it is. It's not.
I think everything else looks like Tomb Raider. The dual wielding, the dinosaur, the acrobatics, it all screams Tomb Raider. I agree.
Then what do the breastises add?
That's she's an iconic character. That's who she is.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What does the Mario cap add on Mario? It's who he is.
A Mario cap is something that you can add on. That like you add on.
You can take it away
Mario
just
cap.
like they took away her breasts.
I understand that, but the thing is, what I'm saying is that there is gameplay mechanics to it. What? Sorry,
it's a video game, and she's iconic for having large breasts.
Okay, then let's add just like you were saying before. Let's add so many breasts that goes to the floor.
No. Now you're changing the story to make it sound like I'm ridiculous.
But no, that's just my exaggeration. I'm not trying to.
But I want to be clear. I don't want to exaggerate because that's when the point gets lost.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I feel like this is a very subtle attempt at, hey, it's cool to be a flat or what's
okay.
A C
cup? Okay, let me be more specific. I'm not disagreeing with you. Like, I honestly, yes, her breasticles could be a little bit bigger.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes,
that's all I'm saying.
What I'm saying is that let's take the win for what it is to a certain extent, because we are seeing a lot of things online that are just being like, she's not hot enough. We need bigger breasts. And I'm like,
so
dude.
What you're saying is they're testing where the line is to find out what they can get away with that isn't giving us what we want.
Well, isn't that what we're doing right now?
No, what I'm saying is this is not the line. You're saying it is the line.
What I'm saying is what I'm asking is, what is the line?
The line would be a larger chest, and it's really hard to do this with just like, I need
that,
you to use your imagination.
That's the point. What is the line? And I'm agreeing with you is that if we want to appreciate Lara Croft with her,
could you imagine? Think about it like this. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
yeah, no worries.
Imagine it came out with these are ridiculous. We both agree, right?
Yeah,
these are ridiculous. Imagine that trailer came out with this, and what do you think the reaction of the journos would be?
Oh, okay. I see what your angle is here.
See where
Okay.
I'm going?
Yeah, yeah.
So
No,
they're trying
that's
to
valid.
appease everyone and get away with what they can. And all I'm saying is, give me Laura. Why are you so afraid?
Okay. Go back to the other one real quick. As much as I think that is fine, I do see your point.
That's all I'm saying. Uh,
It
it could be worse. I'm not like fighting people on she's ugly. I want to be. People are going to try to twist my argument into making it sound like I don't find her attractive. She's very
yeah,
attractive.
I think that we've been focusing on the breasticles a little too much,
I
but
I feel like that's the only thing to focus on though, because that's the
but
one
the thing
thing they
is that's
fucked up.
actually a good thing, honestly, in my mind. Is that
That's
if that it's
everything
the
else is
only
there. Yeah.
if ever yeah, exactly. Like when I was on Jay's stream the other day during the stream awards, we were like at the very end of it, we're like, wait a minute, there's not a lot to bitch about. And we went to Laura Croft, we're like, okay, yeah, the breasticles could be a little bigger, but that's kind of fine. But I think that I was just coming off of New Blackstreet, and we were talking about how other people were like complaining about the breasts, and we're like, there was a part of us that were just like, hey, can we just take the win? Because if we have these, other sides be like, the cup size is not big enough, then then you're telling the developers to be like, you're confusing the developers essentially. And it's like,
I don't think
hey,
we are. I'm being pretty fucking crystal clear. Saying
well,
they're not big
well, the
enough.
thing is, you're being crystal clear, but the thing is, there's everyone else, right? Like,
Well, I think that's the problem is they're trying to pander to an audience instead of remembering what made Lara Croft and Tomb Raider iconic. They're forgetting where they came from in order to try to garner a new audience. And that's why it will continue to fail, in my humble opinion. Will it sell? Of course it will. Will it be a
yes,
good game? Probably. It looks fun. Will it sell as many as it could have if she looked like the iconic Laura with larger breasts? I don't think so.
well, I think that. By the way, this will dispel anyone who says that I'm like the Smash JT shill. I will slightly disagree with him, believe it or not. What I'll say is like she looks fine and it works within the game as it is. And at the very least, she doesn't look like a fucking Netflix anime man. And that's
I
that's a
I
right
agree with all
direction.
again, I'm not disagreeing with your points. I
Yeah,
agree with all of
yeah.
them, but it's not Laura. That's all. It's missing the breast. That's all. I agree that it fits
Okay.
within the game world. It fits with all
If
this
that's the
stuff.
worst thing that we disagree with, that's a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Cool. Any final thoughts on the Tomb Raider updates on Lara Croft?
No, I think we're good. If the only thing that we disagree on is like the size of the breasts on a cup or two, then I think we're good.
All right, man.
Like I said, it was gonna be really quick, and yeah, you can kick me out. So,
No, well, it's a pleasure having you on, man. I appreciate it. This was
all
fun.
right.
This was a really fun conversation. Check out Nobody. We'll put his link in the description. I appreciate you, man. Have a great night.
You too, man.
All right, later.
Bye.
How many people are going to be fine with it? How many people are like me saying, nope, I want more? And the problem is, it's a very nuanced argument because there are people out there that will take what you say to be like, oh, you're just a gooner that wants these tits to be dragging on the ground when she walks around. It's like, no, I want them to look like this. The picture on the screen right now. That's all. I would almost argue I'd be maybe okay if they were reduced just like a little bit from this, just a tiny bit from this to make it make sense in the modern gaming world of the graphics and stuff for her jumping around and everything. I'd be like, okay, but it needs to be to me something redonkulous where it's like, yes, she is Lara Croft. We know her from her cannons, and we will always know her from her cannons. They're trying to make you remember her for, oh, she's a girl boss. She can dual wield and kill dinosaurs. She can backflip and shit because girl boss. As originally she was like, yeah, she could do all that. And she had a massive rack. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And thank you again, nobody. That was fun. That was fun. I'm glad you were able to come on. The Viking Liebe. It's the old, for the two banger, it's the old give them an inch, they'll take a mile. It 100% is. That's why I need to start drawing hard lines and be like, no, sorry. I do not like the new design. Do I think she's ugly? No, I think she's very cute. She absolutely is attractive. Hell yeah. What do they say? You wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers, right? Like that's how the saying goes. She's extremely attractive. I don't think there's any argument there to be had. If you don't find her attractive, I'd question your sexuality. I'm just saying that she's missing the cannons. That's all I'm trying to say. But you're right, 100%. Real Wandering Slacker for the two. This is a remake, not a demake. Exactly. Thank you. I wish I said that during the conversation, but now that I have my wine, I can actually cheers. Yeah, if you don't find her attractive, I got news for you. That means you're gay. Sergeant Savior for the five banger. So if her titties were bigger, but the gameplay was shit, would that be acceptable, Smash? No. At least I'd say, hey, they're making progress on the models. That's good. But no, it's still, it needs to marry good gameplay with character design. The original Tomb Raider, I mean, the camera was shit. But the gameplay was fun. And once you worked around the camera situations, it was a very good game. Extremely deep, far deeper than I ever expected that game to be on the surface when I first played it. And it was like a massive bonus to a large chested woman to be like, oh shit, there's actually a good game behind this too. So Zaladriel for the five banger. Tomb Raider Legend for me. The game looked great. And she was hot. She was. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not looking for ridiculous. But like, look at the abs and how the shape goes in. And then she's got, like, even with the body stretched out, there's still massive jugs. Not that she looks ugly here. Again, I want to be very clear. Because I feel like every time you say something, people forget the other thing. It's like, oh, you think she's ugly now? It's like, no, I never said that. Never in anything I said. DCB Titan for the 10 bagger. New Laura looks good. Just a few inches short on the chest, really. That's all I'm saying, too. Which can maybe be excused as being a sports bra and is proper sized in the end credits without it. Maybe. I feel like there's a lot of cope in this comment. But this is from Kyle. This is what I'm talking about. Man, I wish I showed this to nobody when he was here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. The original, the chest. That's the perfect size right there. I mean, they are ridiculous, absolutely. But still realistic enough to not look like it's like not possible, but still fake enough to be like, yeah, it's definitely a video game. That's ridiculous to do acrobatics with that. But this is the size I'm talking about. Again, I'm not talking about having them touch the ground and stuff like that. But what are we doing here? What is this shit? Come on. This is where it's at. 100%. Yep. Denerier for the five banger. Look, I'm not a Tatas guy for obvious reasons. But I wonder if people were fine if Nathan Drake all of a sudden had a dad bod or was a twink. That's exactly my point. If you're going to change the entire makeup of what a character is, you're changing what the game is. You're changing who it is. You're changing everything about it. This to me screams that the studio is trying to be respectful of women, and they think it's disgusting to do something like this to a girl. Girls should not have to. This would be frowned upon. Imagine the journos if this game came out looking and her chest in the new game and the remake looked like this. Imagine the meltdowns. 100%.